Breaking news, we start with the man accused of killing his in-laws in Warren County, Tennessee, has been arrested this morning in Florida. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Department confirming that Brian Cook was captured this morning at a hotel in Jacksonville. His bond has been set at $2 million. He's expected in court in Jacksonville at 1 o'clock this afternoon. He is accused of killing his in-laws, Gary and Gail Dodson, at their home in Warren County. We are still getting new details. As soon as we can confirm everything, we'll pass them along to you. 3 men remain on the run this morning after a botched robbery attempt at a gas station. When they couldn't get the cash from the clerk, they turned to the customers. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley joins us live now from the Twice Dailies along Charlotte Avenue. Had to be scary for those folks. Do we know what they made off with, Cuthbert?
Steve, we don't. Police say they stole some personal belongings from the customers inside of this Twice Daily store, but other than that, we don't know specific details. We do know that one clerk was actually injured in this as well. One of the suspects supposedly pulled out his gun, shot it up into the air, and the bullet shattered glass from a light fixture, and that glass ended up injuring the clerk, who was taken to Vanderbilt Medical Center. Thankfully, though, she was treated and has since been released, but the search is still on for those 3 men this morning. They came into the store around 9:45 last night, and perhaps the most frightening thing about all of this is that there were several people inside who were robbed, and that's when one of the suspects then pulled out his gun and shot it up into the air and hurt that clerk. And then after all of that, these guys tried to get into the safe. They asked the clerk to open it, but she said she couldn't do it. She didn't know how to. So that's when the 3 men then ran out of the store, and obviously a large police presence then all around the store here. You see the caution tape out there. You see several officers walking in and out of the store. And you also see several surveillance cameras as well. So hopefully that's helping police with this search this morning. They brought out the canines to try to track down where these guys may have run off to, but unfortunately the dogs were not able to get a good enough scent to be able to track down these guys. So police are relying on you at home. If you know anything about where these 3 men may be, give police a call at Crime Stoppers. As always, that number is 615-74-CRIME. We're live here along Charlotte Avenue this morning. I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
All right, Cuthbert, thank you for the update. Well, the search continues this morning for a missing 16-year-old girl. And here's the problem. It's believed she's with a wanted man. Emily Rhodes was last seen yesterday morning in Warren County, Kentucky. She was wearing a white T-shirt and red pajama pants with a Dr. Pepper logo on them. Police say she may be in danger because she may be traveling with this guy, David Harvey. The 20-year-old has a criminal history and he may be suicidal. They may be traveling in a black 2000 Pontiac Grand Prix with Kentucky tags 231DVV as in Victor Victor. If you see them, call 911. New details about a violent home invasion that left a Mennonite man dead and his wife seriously injured. Police say that Amos Yoder was beaten to death by someone who broke into their Todd County home over the weekend. The 79-year-old man's wife, Marjorie, was also assaulted. She is now in stable condition. Yoder was a prominent member of the Mennonite community near Elkton, Kentucky. So far, investigators have no motive. They have no suspects. If you know anything about this, contact the Kentucky State Police. A man is behind bars this morning accused of making threats and having an active explosive device. The Herald Citizen reporting that William Cope apparently called the VA crisis hotline, threatening to harm himself and his ex-wife. We're told the 56-year-old also threatened to damage a government facility of some kind. A search of his home uncovered a stolen handgun and some type of explosive device. He's now charged with attempting to commit an act of terrorism. Well, friends and family members came out to remember a 12-year-old boy that was killed while playing with fireworks. We had this as our breaking news yesterday morning. Well, last night a vigil was held for little Antonio Braden. Police say he tried to fire off a damaged mortar shell Sunday night when it went off, hitting him in the chest. That 12-year-old's grandmother is hoping it's a lesson for other families about the dangers of kids playing with fireworks.
Put them down. Parents, get behind your kids and stop them. Know what they're doing, where they are, and who they with, who they playing with. Watch them, more careful.
Funeral arrangements for Antonio have not yet been made. As soon as they are, we'll bring those to you. Search crews have recovered the body of that 14-year-old boy, and there's his picture. He fell into the Columbia swimming hole along the Duck River over the weekend. Martarius Clemens' body was found in the Duck River finally yesterday morning. Witnesses say he accidentally toppled into the Blue Springs swimming hole Saturday evening in Murray County and never came back up. We're told Clemens did not know how to swim. There's some new details now about a car dealership that mysteriously shut down, leaving customers in the lurch. Yesterday, the Tennessee Motor Vehicle Commission suspended the dealer licenses for both Nashville motor car locations. One's in Murfreesboro, the other one in Smyrna. 24 consumer complaints have been made against the dealerships, including selling cars without titles, leaving liens unpaid on trade-ins, taking cars on consignment, and then the cars vanish. The commission suggested that consumers research dealerships beforehand to protect themselves from similar situations.